Hey, everybody, and welcome to True Crime Paranormal with the Psychic Sisters. This is Katie Weaver, and I'm here with my partner in crime, co host, and sister, Christy Brower. Hello.
Hello, how's it going?
Oh, it is going really well. We just came from the high school where
Yeah.
our school has built this enormous field house for athletics and things. Because we have snow for so long into the spring, it makes it hard on our spring sports. So they were
Yeah.
unveiling it tonight. So we got to go and tour it and help the softball girls. They had all of the spring sports playing. So the tennis kids, there's 3 full-size tennis courts. There's a full-sized baseball, softball field. It's amazing. Anyway, so the band was
And
playing, like the
the
marching
band
band
was
was
playing.
marching. Yeah,
Yeah.
baseball, softball was practicing. Soccer was practicing, and like seriously, it accommodates all of them. It's so crazy how big it
That's
is.
so great.
Yeah. So that was pretty fun. So that's where I've been this afternoon, and it's pretty awesome. So
I was thinking about because we were band nerds and
yes.
we were in marching band, and I remember practicing in October and November
Mm-hmm.
at 6 o'clock in the morning in the snow,
Yeah.
playing a wind instrument.
Mm-hmm.
Those kids will never know the true joy of
Right?
literally freezing to death in the name of band.
I know. I know.
Like, we'd have hand
Apparently,
warmers in our gloves, but they were the kind with the tips of your fingers cut off because you couldn't play your instrument with
yeah,
gloves on. Oh my God.
totally. Apparently, they don't practice that late into the season anymore. However,
Oh,
but yes, they would benefit from it. Yeah, it's just so great. It's
these
turf.
millennials, man, they're just not as
Yeah.
tough as us. Just
No,
kidding.
no, they're not. They just don't
I'm not
know, man.
anti-millennial at all, but that's just funny.
So yeah, anyhow, so pretty fun stuff. But I was
Very
doing that,
cool.
and then I didn't have time to finish dinner, but I am making dinner tonight. So
I'm impressed.
yeah, well, I forgot yesterday. I was going to do corned beef and cabbage in the crock pot and mash some cauliflower to
Oh,
go with it, and I
right.
totally forgot. So I did it today. So that will be what's for dinner once we get off the show and I mash cauliflower. What did you make for dinner?
We went out to dinner.
Oh, well, that works too.
We went out to Chuckarama, actually. We are
Oh,
celebrating because we we pulled some equity out of our house to pay off a whole bunch of loans, and not just loans, but just pay off stuff and
yeah.
get into a better financial situation. And we did that today. We signed. So it was very
Nice.
awesome. Also, I got a brand new computer. We're streaming live from, oh my gosh, the best computer I have ever owned. It's so exciting. I can't even begin to tell you, as an audio and video editor, this thing has it all. It's so fast. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. Anyway,
Awesome.
I won't geek out and give you all the specs or anything, but it is to totally age myself, a super hooty computer. So,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
awesome. Well, Scott got a new computer last week. And then you said, I
Yes.
have had it with my computer. I am buying a new one. And I went, well, God damn it. I've had it with mine too. So I also bought a new computer.
Well, everything I do is on a computer. And,
Yeah.
and Rhonda was like, you are going to go buy the best computer you can find, because that's like your whole job.
Yeah.
And, I limp along with
Stupid
cheap
stuff. Yeah.
computers because that's all I can afford to do. And right now I was able, thank you, stimulus, whatever,
Yeah.
to get a much better computer. And
Yeah.
this is a computer that will last me a long time. And it has a terabyte hard drive.
Yeah.
Which I have a 1 terabyte Dropbox.
Mhm.
And so having a hard drive that's smaller than that is a real problem,
Yeah.
because when you do a lot of audio and video, those are huge freaking files, and they take so much space. So
Yep.
anyway,
I know. Amen.
it's an Intel Core i7. I won't. Okay, I'm not going to geek out anymore. I'm just going to say this is a fantastic computer. I'm just so excited.
It's awesome, and it's fast, and it's great. That's awesome.
Yes, it does everything really fast, which is super cool.
Well, I'm so jealous because my computer came today, but my monitor doesn't come until tomorrow. So I'm on the old
So
setup
crappy.
today. Well, the sound card went out of my computer last week. You guys might have noticed that our
too.
sound quality has been a little iffy, and it's been my
Yeah.
fault. And I didn't realize it And so I'm actually using Scott's computer that he replaced with the new computer, blah, 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 first world problems. We're all
Mhm.
upgrading.
Yes.
So,
Well, it's time.
yeah.
You guys, we hit 70,000 downloads of our podcast today.
Yes.
That is what?
Yeah.
That is just unreal to me. 70,000 downloads.
Yeah.
And we're at like 125,000 views now on what do you call it? Oh, YouTube. This thing we're on right now. Yeah, YouTube.
I literally wasn't sure.
I know. But what I'm saying is, we're going places with this. So yeah, it's time.
That's right.
Time to upgrade the tech, man. I am actually getting a new mic, and I am getting a whole setup to build myself into kind of a little sound booth in my office, which is really exciting. So,
I love it.
I know
Really
I'm a real geek, and I won't tell you all the details because it's real geeky, but it's awesome.
It's important though. I mean, sound quality really is everything.
I'm a little echoey still in here because it's hardwood floors in here, and so that makes it hard. So I have a plan, and I'm real excited about it.
Yes, I know. Me too. And I tried to put a rug on the floor in my office, and the pigs won't leave it alone. And I finally got rid of it because I was so tired of fighting them over it. But I also need a new little plan.
There's this great thing my office has. It's called a door. I just close it, and then no one can do stuff like that. I'm just saying. It's thought.
I know. Well, I have to do that mostly because they also adore the plants in here, like way too much. Well, I have 2 citrus trees, and I think they smell them. They smell lemony. The leaves do.
Yeah, so I bet they do smell them.
So they're constantly trying to get at those trees. Oh, it doesn't hurt or help too that there's 4 lemons that are just turning yellow right now. So
Nice.
they think they will be theirs, but
right, exactly.
But by God, they won't.
Right. No.
Anyway, well, good. Well, lots of good things happening for sure. Yeah. So I'm just looking in the chat. We have, let's see, Cranky also had corned beef and cabbage last night and leftovers tonight.
Nice.
That's the best part of making that because you can't make a little,
I didn't buy one, and
definitely going to have
I'm
leftovers.
hoping there's going to be one on clearance this weekend because I usually do buy one.
Yeah, I usually try and buy 4 or 5 this time of year because they're always so much cheaper right now.
Oh, they
and
are.
throw them in the deep freeze. Yeah. Renee's roasting a chicken. Yeah. Thank you, JR. She said she likes my new background and she loves your headphones.
Well, thank you. I need to put a new battery in them because they won't light up, but I think they're still cute.
I had told you guys that I ordered a new headphones so that I could also have something fun and fancy on Thursday nights. And they've never come. And I finally discovered that Amazon canceled the order. So I've been waiting for nothing.
That's
so
sad.
I reordered.
Oh, good.
So we'll see. They're apparently going to take 1,000 years to come. So
happens sometimes.
Yeah. Well, one thing you guys have been asking us for is a crystals show. And we're actually both absolute crystal dorks. And Christy's, in fact, a master crystallologist. And so we have a lot to say about crystals. Probably more than you'll ever want to hear. Yeah. But we thought it would be fun to do a crystal show. We both brought piles of crystals to show you guys and talk about. And then we'll read for you from the chat room. Talk to you if you want a crystal suggestion for whatever it is you're working on. We'll do that. And we will, I'm sure, do a few readings from the chat room by the time we're done tonight. So that's what we're doing. How does that sound?
Sounds good to me.
Also, a little birdie told me to keep an eye out this weekend because there just might be a pop-up or 2 showing up.
There just might be.
And I happen to know that mine's going to be funny AF. So
I don't know.
I'm
excited.
Yeah. So keep an eye. We're going to have some fun stuff coming up. Lauren, you are definitely not too late. I'm glad you're here. You too, Kirsten, and all of you guys. Do we sell crystals? Not really. I mean, kind of. We sell a few things like that on our Etsy store, but not just straight up crystals. We used to, I don't know if you guys, I'm never sure how much of our background you guys know, but we owned a metaphysical store for 10 years. And so we sold tons of crystals over the years, but we sold our store a few years ago so that we could work from home and have a little less stress in our lives and focus more on clients. And so we don't have the that kind of inventory anymore like we used to. Yeah.
Nope. I'm not
So,
selling what I have. I'm just, most of it
right.
was stolen from our store anyway.
Right. It's true. So, asking someone what their favorite crystal is kind of like asking them to narrow down who their favorite dog is or their favorite kid. Might be a
Yeah.
little too much. The name of our
Right.
Etsy shop is Joyful Goddess. It's Joyful Goddess Designs on Etsy. So, but Christy, if you had to pick, I told you to bring your favorite 8 or 10 because I knew you would never be able to choose 1 or
Right.
2.
Choose
So,
one. I don't
when
know.
you are feeling I'm gonna make it easy for you, I'll give you some ideas.
Okay. Please do.
When you are feeling overwhelmed, what is a crystal that you might pick up?
When I'm feeling overwhelmed, I a lot of times will pick up a piece of black tourmaline. This is black tourmaline because it's my favorite grounding stone and protection stone. So I do really generally, drawn to that. Or I have a really nice piece of dark smoky quartz, real dark smoky. And these two sit around here on my desk, and I tend to be like, okay, I got to ground. I need to kick some energy out of here that shouldn't be here, that kind of thing to help me
Yeah,
get kind of reconnected. Yeah.
that's good. That was what my thought was too. This is a piece of this is actually an amethyst smoky. I don't know if you guys
Mm,
will ever be able to see the purple in that.
I can see it. Yeah, it's
Can
a
you see
smoky
it?
amethyst. That's beautiful.
So this is a piece from Crystal Park, Montana. So there are some places where you can mine your own crystals, and Crystal Park, Montana happens to be one of them. Crystal Park
Hmm.
is outside of Dillon on the Pioneer
Montana.
Parkway, Montana, and it is an incredible place. It is the top of a mountain. It's like 8,000 the altitude is like 8,000 feet. It's insanely high. You can't
Mm,
breathe up there, but you can by God dig crystals.
you
And
can.
all you have to pay up there to dig is for parking, which is like
Yep.
5 or $10 a day.
Yep.
And you just can dig in the marked off spots and you can dig to your heart's content. And we've been to Crystal Park a gazillion times digging over the years. We didn't dig this
Mm,
piece. We actually bought the estate out several years ago. A girl called us and said, "Hey, I am selling off my parents' crystal estate. They were rock hounds, and I just wondered if you guys would want to buy it." And we couldn't buy it fast enough. It had
oh,
all kinds of cool stuff. But one of the best things they really mined at Crystal Park back in the heyday when it
yeah.
was the best. And they had all kinds of cool stuff. But this is a piece from then. So I absolutely love
Hmm.
this piece. I carry it with me a lot and just have it where I
Gorgeous.
am. But it's a great grounding stone as well. So that's why I've got it right
Hmm.
here. Yeah.
Well, in
Okay.
this, I'll show you a piece that I did find at Crystal Park. This is a
Yes.
smoky amethyst scepter. This is another piece that is a huge go-to for me because
Yeah.
I dug that up my very own self. What,
Yeah.
about 15 years ago or so now?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
definitely one of my favorite stones.
Mhm. Yep. It's a very fun place to go if you ever are in the West and want an adventure.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
very
very
fun
fun.
place to go. Yeah. I mean, you can dig all day and leave with like a million pieces this big, and
Mhm.
occasionally you get a real winner.
Yep.
It's really fun. Okay, how about a stone for intuition?
Um, well, I mean, who isn't an amethyst fan? Here's a couple of pieces of amethyst. I love this big one
Mhm.
particularly. This sits here near my desk a lot so that when I'm like thinking or, doing a reading or something, I hold it and rub it. So I love a big chunk of amethyst. And this is a little tiny, really beautiful little piece of amethyst.
Mhm. I love that.
Oh,
I brought for intuition labradorite.
nice. Yes.
I'm going to try and show you guys the flash in this one. Oh no.
Can't really. A little
A
bit.
little bit right there. There we go. So labradorite, I'll turn it over. Maybe that'll help. Labradorite is one of my all there we go. There's some flash. Labradorite is one of my all-time favorite crystals. I always have some labradorite around me. Labradorite is a mystic stone. It's an
Mhm.
amazing stone for intuition. It's an amazing stone for magic. One of the things I really love about labradorite is that the Inuit believed that the flash in labradorite was frozen bits of aurora borealis that fell from the sky and
Yeah,
landed
that's
in
so
the stones.
cool.
And that to me is just like one of the most magical things I've ever heard. It just
Mhm.
resonates with my heart and soul. So for me, oh, there, that flashed really well. For me, it's all about labradorite. I have to say, our
Mhm.
doctor's office, you and I have one of our same doctors, their countertops, like where the receptionists sit, are all done in slabs of labradorite. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
like that in my house, please. Thank you.
Oh, me too. Yes, yes, yes. Anyway, so it is all about labradorite for me. Yeah.
Mhm.
And for intuition, magic stuff, past life regression.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right. How about for communication?
Mhm. I do like Amazonite for
Mm,
communication. It is a really good Amazonite is a truth stone, so it does really help to tell the truth, to get the truth out of somebody else, to figure out the truth. Amazonite is one of my favorites. And see, it's kind of a teal green, blue, and white.
yeah,
This is just a little carved piece that kind of looks like a whale. One of my faves.
I
So
love that.
yeah,
Amazonite is a feel good stone.
it is. It's a very positive energy.
Uh huh.
Plus, it just has a good surface. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a stone rubber. I have to have
Yeah.
a smooth spot in something, and if it's too rough and bumpy, eh. Or if it's too waxy and it doesn't slide good with my finger, I'm like, that's okay.
I brought for communication blue calcite.
Oh, I love blue calcite.
Love blue calcite. And I love spheres. I just love the hand feel, Yeah.
Mm,
Calcite is just all calcite to me has a really good hand feel.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
And this blue one I love because it's got some deeper veining, like some of it is a lot bluer than other parts, and it's just
It's beautiful.
really gorgeous. I'm quite sure this was a piece that I swiped from our store.
Yeah.
I'm positive, actually.
Just looking around at all the stones around me, trying to decide. I was going to
Right.
show you this one too. This is celestite. This is another blue stone that's
Oh,
great for
yeah.
communication. Love celestite. This is a raw piece that I got at a rock and gem show. It is so pretty, and I
Mhm.
love it too. It's just beautiful.
Celestite's really good for connecting to the angelic realm. It's really good for
Mhm.
connecting to people that have passed. It's
Yeah.
really good, third eye and crown chakra, really top 3 because it's that
Mhm.
you've got that blue that's great for communication. I
It
love
is.
celestite,
It's
but I don't have a piece that big. I might need to go shopping.
I know this. Well, we have a rock and gem show that happens here every year in
Mhm.
April. It's coming up. It didn't happen last year because of the pandemic.
Right.
Fingers crossed it's happening this year because it's the only one we get, and it's not a very big one. But I did buy this piece of celestite
Yeah,
at that. So
I know, I know. I really hope it happens this year and that I'm in town that
I do
weekend.
too.
The stars will
Yes.
all have to align. Alright, how about stones for abundance?
Right. Stones for abundance. Ooh, what have I got? I'm digging. I'm digging.
You're abundant in stones anyway. Yeah.
I am abundant in stone.
Jennifer wants to know where we buy our crystals. Lots of places. And you're good to be a little questiony because we've seen some pretty good fraud.
Oh
So
man, haven't we
rock
though?
and gem shows are awesome, and your areas ought to
Go.
have them occasionally. That's a really good
Mhm.
place to go because you usually have, genuine rock people there and metaphysical stores and rock stores if you can find them. If you're looking online, uh, World of Gaia on eBay has been one of our go-tos for years because she is reputable and we
Yeah,
know that her stuff is real. If you're looking for
sure.
really little stuff like chips and things like that, Fire Mountain Gems is a good resource.
Mhm.
Just read their
Mhm.
descriptions. Some of their stones are dyed, but they'll tell you that if they are. But
Mhm.
they're not too bad. If you want to have a super good time, go to the Ron Coleman mine.
Oh, yeah.
Go to their website or go find them on Facebook, the Ron Coleman mine. They're in Arkansas. They are a clear quartz mine that have amazing stuff. So this came from the Ron Coleman mine. What you can buy individual clear quartz and other stones from them, but the funnest thing you can do from them is buy a box of Mine Run. And it's
Oh,
not
yeah. It's so fun.
it's what is their Mine Run now? I think you're probably going to pay around $120 for a big box. And it's
Mhm.
literally dirt from their mine that they have mined with big equipment. They shovel, a bushel of it into a big box. They send it USPS flat rate, and they send you a big ass box of dirt. And then you get to go all the way through it, sort out all of the crystals, and they'll have some really good sized stuff in there. And then they'll have
Mhm.
some smaller stuff too. I think these both came from Ron Coleman. But you'll get
Mhm.
lots of little stuff too. Sometimes your stones are damaged, which kind of sucks, but they do mine with big equipment. But you'll get a bunch of crystals that way. But
Oh my gosh. It's
then you
so
have to
fun.
have a process because they're all stained with the red dirt.
Mhm.
And so you have to clean them in wood bleach.
Yep.
So you go to Home Depot or to your hardware store and you buy wood bleach. It's oxalic acid. And it's just a little package of powdered stuff. It's about $10. And then you have to cook your crystals in it. So you have to have an outside stove. So does this sound like a lot of work yet? It is. But
Because it is. Yeah.
I'm promising you it's worth it. So we do it on our camp stove in a big kettle on the patio. And you warm your water up. You put your stones in first and the wood bleach, and then you fill it up with water. And because you never want to put your stones directly into right into hot water or right into cold water because they will crack
Oh,
and
yeah.
fracture. So you have to be a little careful. But anyway, you simmer them in the wood bleach for about 8 hours. And then you let them cool down naturally. And then you pour them out on the lawn and rinse out the stuff. Don't pour that on your lawn, but you put that down the drain. But anyway, uh, and you rinse them all off, and then they are ice clear, crystal
Yep.
clear like this. And yes,
It's
it's a big
so fun.
process, but I'll tell you what, it's so much fun.
Oh, it is.
We've done it so many times.
Mhm.
Yeah. I've gotten other clients absolutely hooked on it. And now we all have an insane amount of clear quartz. I put them in all my plants.
Mhm.
Crystals are awesome in your plants. So anyway, so that's a few ideas about where you can buy your stones. Yeah.
Very cool. So I did find a couple of stones for abundance. I've got a piece
Yes.
of tiger's eye here,
Nice.
one of my faves, and then this one is kind of a new one to me. But this is yellow jasper. It kind
Oh
of looks
yeah.
like a piece of hardened mustard,
Yeah.
but it's really pretty. I like it a lot. But these are both abundance stones because abundance stones are generally yellow. They're solar plexus stones like citrine and yellow calcite or golden calcite or honey calcite, all of which I cannot find are up there, I think, in my cupboard that I can't get to right now. But yeah, definitely some yellow stones are great for abundance.
Hmm. I brought citrine. So that's a
Of
big
course.
bunch of citrine. Yeah, and I
Mhm.
do. Citrine is my go-to for abundance, and also greenstones. So when you're thinking about abundance, gold attracts gold, right? And
Mhm.
then green attracts green. So I brought citrine
Mhm.
and I brought green calcite. So,
I've got a piece of malachite here that's a great abundance stone too. This piece looks
oh
like a
yeah.
dolphin.
Mhm.
Goes nicely with my unicorn ear headset, don't you think?
Yeah.
I've nearly killed Kevin. He says he about choked when he saw me with my unicorn headset on. So, I mean, I hope that was in a good way.
I'm sure it was. We're going to act like it was.
Yeah, we are.
Well, I've thrown some situations at you, but talk to me more about just what else did you bring? What did you want to share?
What did I bring?
I know. I'm
This
sure
okay.
you've got I'm sitting here with a handful
Yeah,
of my stones.
I can't even lift the box that I'm yeah. So this is a piece of obsidian. Now I love obsidian. Obsidian is volcanic glass. This is an obsidian balm. I want you to show
Mhm.
you. See how it's flat on the bottom? This and it's kind of green. You can't really see it in the camera very well, but it's a piece of green volcanic glass. It flew out of a volcano like this and landed on the ground. And so it is flat
Yeah.
on the bottom. And I love it because that is like you think about where did this volcanic glass originate from, you know? Talk about deep in the earth.
Yeah.
I love it. I love obsidian for that. I just think it's unbelievably cool, but I love the uncut the bombs like this. We are very lucky. We live in a very volcanic place.
Yeah.
We live, like 2 hours from the Yellowstone caldera. So,
Yeah.
lucky, maybe not lucky someday.
So if it
Um,
blows, we'll see you later.
yeah, yeah, we'll be what do they say? We have about 12 seconds or something if that
Yeah.
happens.
We'll be
Anyway,
seeing you on the flip side. Yeah.
yes, we will. But anyway, so you can go pick up obsidian all over the place around where we live,
Oh
all
yeah.
different kinds of obsidian, and I
Mhm.
love that. That's one of the things I love. I also brought this has been kind of my favorite like go-to grounding stone lately. This is a piece of petrified wood, and see how it's polished on this side, and you turn it around, and then you can really see like the wood grain in it.
Mhm.
I love this stone. This sits on my desk, and it's one of my faves. I don't know. How many do you want me to share? Because this could go on for a while.
That's good. I'll share a few too, and then we can do some crystal readings too.
Sure.
I actually brought petrified wood too. This
Nice.
is
Ooh,
this one's
yeah.
so cool because you can see the branch,
Yeah,
right?
you can.
And it's just polished on one end. This is Scott's, and I stole it from him because I like it. He has a real thing for petrified wood. He has a ton of it. He
Yeah.
loves it. But I really like this piece, so it's now mine. But just kidding. I don't think he knows I have it. I stole it out of the rock cabinet in his office, and I don't think
Um,
he knows because he's not come looking for it.
well,
Uh,
hey, there you go.
You'll probably hear me talking about it now. This will be my last
Mhm.
day with this, but
Yes.
till I steal it again. But anyway, I've been really drawn to it too. I just the ancient qualities of petrified wood combined with just I don't know, the idea that it was a tree, that was grounded into the earth and connected by roots to so many
Mhm.
other trees and then hardened into over millions of years, of course, the stone that it became. There's just something so powerful and transformative about that. Really, really love petrified wood.
Oh,
I
yeah.
also brought a big old chunk of kyanite. I love kyanite.
Mhm.
So, kyanite is a stone that is really good for the throat chakra. It's good for communication, but it's a really, really cool travel stone, as in not, traveling to see grandma. I mean, astral travel stone, out of body experience kind of stone. So, if you are wanting to remember your dreams, astral travel in your dreams, then you want to have a kyanite next to your bed or under your pillow. If you don't, you shouldn't have this in your bedroom.
Yeah,
Sometimes people will tell me, "I am not sleeping worth a damn. I'm just having the weirdest dreams." And I'm always like, what stones are in your bedroom? Because if you have kyanite in there, you should get it out. So
definitely.
only have this in your bedroom for specific work and then don't. But at
Mhm.
any rate, I think kyanite is just such a special stone. There's just the vibe of it to me is really powerful, just for all kinds of magical work, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And then one of my all-time faves in my collection is this
You
gorgeous
froze
piece
on
of
us there for a
apophyllite.
second.
What's that?
Oh, there we go. You froze for a sec.
Oh, well, you froze too? Well, I mean, so
Oh,
did you.
we both did. I
Yeah.
love what you're
Yep.
I love it.
This is apophyllite. Apophyllite is the most special, high vibrating crown chakra stone. For me, it's awesome for helping to connect with yes, Alan, like a dream stone for sure. Yep.
Mhm.
It is so good for this stone. Apophyllite is an amazing crown chakra stone. So it's great for connecting to the higher realms, like to your angels, your guides, people who have passed. It's also, I think, very physically energizing. I really like this stone for when your physical energy is really low. And
Mm-hmm.
apophyllite, I think, just has a really special place in our hearts because years ago, we'll tell you a little story. When our mom died, both of our parents were dying of cancer at the time, but our dad was doing a little bit better. But he had quit responding to chemo at that point, and we were just doing some experimental stuff and just kind of buying him a little bit more time.
Yeah.
But so he was 59 at the time and had done nothing but work. He was a barber. He'd done nothing
Yeah.
but work. And in the winter, his brothers all would pull their fifth wheels down to Quartzsite, Arizona and winter there because our winters are so hard. And they go down there and they play and they have all this fun. And he'd never gotten to go.
Mm-mm.
So this year he decided, you know what? He's home, he's lonely, he's grieving, he's not feeling that great to work anyway. He decided to go to Quartzsite. So he went, but he was so homesick for us that we ended up buying plane tickets and flying down there for a few days
Yeah.
to spend with him. It was really hard on him to be away from us and us too, for him to be
Yeah.
away. And
Yeah.
so we flew
Longest time
down
we'd ever
there.
been away from them in our whole lives.
Yeah. And we had the most hilarious week in Quartzsite because we were easily the youngest people there. We were getting carded in the beer garden because we were just so darn young. There was dancing at the pizza parlor. We had all these old men dancing with us, and it was honestly just hilarious and fun. Christy, you're frozen on my end. Am I good on yours? Hmm. I'm not sure what you guys are or are not seeing. I'm going to shoot her the quickest message. I'm not sure if it's her or if it is me. Now she's disappeared. Hopefully she's coming right back. Okay, let me check my messages from her. She's frozen. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Kirsten. Okay, so you guys can see me. Okay, then I'm going to keep going until I hear from her. We'll see what's happening. All right. So, anyway, we had so we flew down there and we hung out with him. Well, there's a huge rock and gem show that goes on there that weekend. And of course, we had our store. And so we were shopping for our store. And the sweetest little Middle Eastern guy who was selling all of these huge, like, trays of apophyllite and sodalite.